The breath is also how you connect to God. And there's no other energizing thing, no matter what you believe, is connecting to source, because that's where we came from. It's the ultimate source of energy. And when you listen to the breath, it sounds a lot like Yahweh. And that's what Yahweh is. It's the sound of your breath. All right, y'all, what is good? Welcome to this video where I'm going to show you how to naturally, keyword naturally, because we hate everything synthetic and chemically altered here. I'm going to show you how to naturally raise your mood and energy every single day without having to rely on any BS things such as overdosing on caffeine or taking pills that your doctor will give you, or any of the BS stuff, honestly, that you've heard online, because most of the people don't actually know what they're talking about. And that's not the case here, because everything we do at the Stampede Network and in my life personally is lived. Every advice that I give you is lived. All right, so here's what we do. Here's how to raise your energy and mood naturally. There's a few things. Number one, I do breath work and meditation. So I'm going to break down both of these and some simple methods you can do it. You could even do it together with me. Right? Breath work. First thing you do, find a comfortable spot and lay down. And I want to first tell you before I get into this why this is important. Is we induce more oxygen in our body, and we also increase the amount of CO2 in our body. This allows us to find areas of tension. It also stimulates chi in the body, which is the energy circulating through us all the time. You may have heard of things like Tai Chi, which is energy movement type of exercises and energy work. When we move the chi in our body, when we move it throughout us, this opens our energy centers, which allows us to drop into different states of being, such as alpha brainwave, and getting out of this beta brainwave most of us live in that's super tense and highly focused and stressed out. We gain more energy when we open up to allowing ourselves to receive energy. And this is what Nikola Tesla was talking about with free energy. This stuff is all around us. And when we can turn ourselves into a vessel that it can come into, we naturally gain more energy. And so that's what the breath is for. The breath is also how you connect to God. And there's no other energizing thing, no matter what you believe, is connecting to source, because that's where we came from. It's the ultimate source of energy. And when you listen to the breath, it sounds a lot like Yahweh. And that's what Yahweh is. It's the sound of your breath. So when you tap into your breath, you tap into source energy, and that's what really allows you to expand. So number one thing you can do for this, a simple exercise, is you lay on the floor, and what you can do is you can breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and release for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds at the bottom. In for 4 seconds. And so you maintain that pace, and you do that maybe 10 times through. After that, you're going to half-life it. That means you're going to reduce the time. What I do is usually take it from 4 seconds to 2 seconds. So it'd be hold, release. And so it's a lot better. I'm in a chair right now, but it's a lot better when you're on the ground, because it allows you to connect more to your diaphragm, which is the center of your breathing. Okay. So after you do 10 rounds of 2 seconds, next what I do is I go to 1 second. So it'd be like this. My nose is a little clogged up if you hear that. I don't know if you hear it right now, but listen. And so what we're doing is we've taken this slower pace and we're moving it to a higher frequency. And with this higher frequency, we raise the frequency in our body too, our vibration, right? We go from a slow ice state, you know, when cold things don't move very much and they're super stiff, it's because they're at a low vibration. And as things heat up like water, it becomes water and then gas. And when it's gas, it's super high frequency. It's moving around a lot and it becomes spirit in a way, right? And we're doing the same thing. So after you do those 10 rounds of 1 second, we do what is called a fire breath. This is rapid fire, full throttle, and you basically allow yourself to disintegrate at this point. And so what I do is I'll try and count. You'll lose count for sure, Go to 30 to 40 reps of this as fast as you can go, right? So be like this. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I want you to double it. Go up to 60 reps, right? So you're going to do that. See how my diaphragm is moving? And you're going to really exaggerate this. And when you finally get to your last one, when you feel like you can't go anymore, if you hit 60, keep going. But when you get to that last one, I want you to do a full inhale. And you're going to hold at the top basically until you feel like you have to release, right? So even when you feel like you can't, keep going. And when you get to that point, you're going to do a all the way out and hold it on exhale. Do not inhale until you feel like you literally are going to die. And that's when you finally give it one of those deep inhales. So like this. If you get, I just want to make something clear. I'm really freestyling this right now. I don't script this stuff. So if it feels like it's all over the place, I'm also new to this. So bear in mind. But yeah, like after you do that deep exhale to holding it out and nothing in, you're going to fully go back in again, and then you return to normal breath. What I like to do is I'll do like 3 rounds of this. By the time you get to the end, your brain releases this substance called DMT, and you also are having your normal oxygen and CO2 processes changed up by doing this. And so with that, you may feel something called tetany, which is like claws in a way. You may feel a lot of tingling in your body. You may feel lightheaded. You may feel nothing at all. But every single time I've done it and walked away from it, I feel more energized and I feel a lot better. Next thing is meditation. Every single morning when you wake up, what I do is I sit up against my headboard on my bed and I literally just focus on my body. I'll do it for 20 minutes. I don't look at my phone. I just focus on being in my body and putting my awareness into the feeling of scanning my body up and down. And every time I scan it up and down, I imagine a white light filling it with energy. If you do this every day, you'll start to notice clarity, more silence, more presence, and more groundedness in your daily life. So put those two together as well, and then it's like this supernova energy explosion. It will change your life. It changed mine at least. So maybe it will change yours. After that, number 3 is I do a burpee routine. So I do 50 burpees every single day, usually in the morning. That's the best time to do it. Why? Because 2 things. I'm raising my vibration in the morning. I'm giving myself that energy boost to really wake me up before I do anything. I don't drink the coffee or caffeine or any of that straight away. It's dumb. And you also keep your body from reaching the point where you get your max growth hormone in the morning if you're dumping caffeine in immediately. It takes about 2 hours for growth hormone to spike in the body. And so stay away from that. Do something like burpees. It sucks. It's hard. But like I said, it's going to energize you. And 2, it's going to help you associate the feeling of overcoming something hard early in the day. You're going to get dopamine from that. You're going to feel a lot better afterwards. And so then when you go do work or your normal daily stuff, it's not going to feel like a chore and you're going to feel a lot better doing it. And it's going to be a lot easier. Right? And then number 4, out of natural ways to boost your energy and mood, here's some substances that you can take, because let's not lie to ourselves. We love substances. So let's do some healthy ones. The Stampede Network, we have 2 that are my favorite personally for energy and vitality. All of our stuff kills it for this, but these are the top ones I'd say specifically for it other than bee bread. So we have Divine Nectar, which is our bee bread performance honey. This has over 250 vital nutrients in it. It's made of heather honey. It's unpasteurized, raw, none of the BS added into this. This is real honey. Like, this is some really thick stuff. I don't know if you can see this, but Dairy Queen ain't got nothing on this. I'm holding this upside down. So this stuff is loaded in nutrients. If we don't have the nutrients in our body that we need, we feel depleted. That's why a lot of bodybuilders, even though they hit all of their macros, they don't hit any of their micros, really. They focus too much on carbs or protein and fats. And so with that, they're not actually getting all the nutrients they need. They're getting the main big building blocks. But if you don't have micros, you're actually not doing anything to help yourself. You're still depleted. You may look good, but your engine is going to be full of rust and it's just garbage. Like, you're not going to perform at your best. And I've done this as a bodybuilder, as an athlete. I did wrestling for 15 years. It's a Division I college running back. And like I said, I went through that bodybuilding phase. This has been a journey for me too, learning what works and what doesn't. If you don't get the micronutrients, you're just leaving yourself on empty. It sucks. So this is the ultimate fuel for that, a natural energy source that you're also not going to destroy your adenosine receptors and cortisol bomb yourself. I love this. Tastes so good. We have over 100,000 people on the site that love our bee bread. And after that is Awakened. So this is a natural pre-workout for the spirit, but you can also just use it as a conscious energizer in your daily drink. So there's a few reasons that I made this. One, I said before that people drink too much caffeine and they dump it in their body. What does this do? It causes stress on you, raising cortisol, hurting your adenosine receptors, your adrenal glands. Overall, it just causes a malfunction in the body where you feel like you have to drink 3 cups a day just to survive and do normal basic things. And so I wanted to fix that. And I also saw that caffeine and coffee, the diuretic, meaning that you pee out all of the good stuff. If you drink it every single day and you're not replenishing with the minerals that you need, those micronutrients. And so I wanted to come up with a solution where not only your adrenal glands are not stressed, so that we're replenishing our body with vital fuel, and also using natural Ayurvedic and holistic nootropics inside of it and herbs to help us get that same feeling of feeling good without hurting the body in the process. And so what I did inside of this is I created a mix that not only helps you get that natural energy boost, but it helps you boost your dopamine, your serotonin, and your testosterone, helps you replenish those things in the body. Dopamine, this is attached to work. When our dopamine is depleted, it's hard for us to feel motivated, hard for us to do anything and actually work hard. I put things in here that help you recover your dopamine, that helps you enjoy the process of doing hard work. 2 is the serotonin factor. Serotonin is what makes us feel good. It's like the fulfillment ingredient in the body. If our serotonin is low, that's what leads to things like depression and feeling bad. The serotonin recovery in this helps you feel more fulfilled and more joyful about what you're doing. And these come from natural things in here. So like theobromine is what helps affect your serotonin levels. That comes from cacao. The dopamine effect comes from mucuna, right? Which is also known as velvet bean. And these are all natural things that make our body produce it at the rate it's supposed to, instead of putting it in exogenously, which means from outside. Our body is producing it naturally on its own, and it's restoring the processes that allow us to have it at optimal levels. And then finally, we have things like Tonga Ali in here, rhodiola, which helps, testosterone. Rhodiola helps as a nootropic, so that will naturally elevate your mood. But overall, this thing is fantastic. Point is this is the best thing for feeling high vibe, awakened, and energized every single day. I'm rambling on. This is a lot of science. I love making these. My favorite thing isn't to talk about the science all day. I'm very spiritually driven. So the science in this, it's badass, it's powerful, it's cool. But a lot of my work that I do is focused on creating energy, right? I'm a very energy work driven person. And so I focus on things that from me, I have felt the best energy from. And then I look at the science after. So I care less about the science and more so if it actually works. And I'm always the guinea pig. I'm always the one testing this stuff. And so this whole mix, including the beetroot in here, like beetroot increases nitric oxide in the body. And so when nitric oxide increases in the body, then we get more blood flow. And with more blood flow, we get more oxygen going throughout the body, and so we'll feel more energized. So again, this thing is savage. Divine Nectar is awesome. Put these two together, you'll feel like a Greek god. And then you combine that with the other things, So the breath work, the meditation, the burpees, you're on track to having the best day of your life. I can 100% promise you that. I recommend taking Awakened. Like I said with the caffeine thing, don't take it immediately. Do your other things. And if you can, wait a couple hours. If you have to go do an early workout in the morning, you'll be okay. But again, like focus on getting all of these things into your daily schedule. Don't just rely on substances. Supplements are to supplement. They're not to replace your bad habits. And so if you have a good habit, a supplement is going to make that habit even better. That's the point of it. And that's what they're not going to tell you in this industry. I'm going to keep it real with you. So that's all I got for you on this one. How to naturally elevate your mood and energy to feel your best every single day. Use these things. Don't abuse these things. Actually, you can't because they're real. But point is, this is all you need. So enjoy. Let me know what you think. If you get any results from this that help you increase what you do in the day, make your work life better, whatever it is, hit me up on Instagram. I'm always down to talk, and you can ask me any questions there. That's all I got for you on this one. Peace.